something you'd like to tell me?
Is there something you'd like to know?
I'm your wife. I know everything. Could you help me with something?
You will not tell anyone about this.
Hello there. We're going to call you Lily.
Oh, the Danish Girl is this extraordinary story of a true pioneer, Lily Elbe, who is an amazing artist living in the 1920s in Copenhagen, and the story is this incredible love story of how her wife supports her in this beautiful transition. It's a passion project for me. It's a passion project for all of us, and we're so proud to be here at TIFF presenting it.
I was offered this part by Tom when we were making Les Miserables, and so I had several years of sort of educating myself, and that's what the film and the experience of making the film has been for me, like the most gigantic education. I met people from the trans community, many trans women of different generations as well, to hear their stories, and then read Lily's story and tried to find elements of contemporary trans experience in what Lily had gone through.
For me, of course, playing Gerda, I did have a lot of conversations with family members, loved ones, partners of people who have transitioned, and for me it was very much a key moment in the beginning. I was actually in a conversation with a woman called Leslie Fabians, who wrote a book called My Husband is a Woman Now, and she told me that, you know, sometimes it was hard during a time because I felt very lonely, you know, in the sense that, of course, I was always there, I'm the biggest support to my partner, but sometimes people forgot that I felt like I was as much of in a transition too, and that was something that I took with me a lot creating this role. And she has such strength, emotional strength, this woman. I truly admire her force of being able to, you know, look away from, of course, the pain and struggle of what they're going through, but knowing that above all, she will stand by and support the person she loves above anything.
You're right.
The fact is, I believe that I'm a woman.
And I believe it too.
It's been totally wonderful. I mean, one of the extraordinary things for us is that this story, these people lived 85 years ago, and yet what Lily had to go through, of violence, of discrimination, of doctors pathologizing what she was experiencing, and what's been wonderful in the past year with Caitlyn Jenner's story and it becoming a mainstream conversation is that the world, as we were educated preparing for this film, the world is becoming educated. But that's not to say that there isn't still a huge amount of progress and ground to be made.
Well, there was a great story. We were filming a scene where Lily goes to visit Henrik in Copenhagen, and there was a supporting artist riding a bicycle up and down, you know, in the wide shot, and then in that kind of, you know, very casual way, someone said, "Oh, by the way, the boy riding the bicycle up and down is Ina Wehner's like great nephew."
Really?
Like, what?
Yeah,
and there's
Lily's
Lily's
great nephew
I was
was
like,
there.
"Stop the filming!" And Eddie got to meet this descendant. It was very exciting.
But that was wonderful about Copenhagen. Our dressing rooms were next to the opera house, and there were paintings. The Copenhagen crew had managed to. My dressing rooms had Lily's paintings when she was living as Ina hanging
I remember
in
that
the
we
room,
both
and that
kind
was
of had
extraordinary.
our dressing rooms opposite each other.
Yeah.
We'd just speak to each other. Like, "Do you?" And that was a very sweet gift from the Denmark crew to give us that.
It's pretty overwhelming, I've got to say, that for all of us. The producers of this film have been working on it for 15 years, and when we read the script, it was a film and a story that felt extraordinary, but there was also great privilege in playing these people and great responsibility that came with it, and I feel like, you know, we all felt that, and there is such anxiety when you place a film, or you usher a film into the world, and it was the response made us all quite emotional. I think it was pretty full on.
There's a very moving moment where Gail Mutrix, who started working on this film in 2000, the producer, when she heard we had to delay the movie for 5 months, she broke down and wept and just said, "I can't believe when I thought it was going to happen, it's still not going to happen." And finally, you know, after the premiere, I was like, "Do you now believe it's done?" And she hugged me and was like, "Yes."